name is Ryan. I'm joined here by my lovely wife, Laura, behind the camera. Today I want to put a video together talking about the 2021 Airstream Basecamp X. We join you from lovely Lake Waurika, Oklahoma, on our maiden voyage, trying to shake down the Basecamp. I've seen a lot of dealer videos explaining the Basecamp X, or the new 2021 model. Not a lot of user videos, so my intent is to put this together for anyone that's interested in the Basecamp X or will be taking possession of one shortly, and what to look out for. The first thing I want to talk about is the buying experience. RVs are in high demand right now, and it's definitely a seller's market. I contacted 3 Airstream dealerships in the local area to see what the wait times would be, and on average it was 6 to 8 months. I contacted Camping World, and they had 2 on order. The expected wait time was going to be 2 to 3 months, which was a lot faster than any of the Airstream dealerships. Next thing I want to talk about is the buying experience. It couldn't have been simpler. I worked with Josiah at Camping World in Oklahoma City, and understanding that RVs were going for cost, if not a little higher, just due to the competitiveness. I told him what I was comfortable with paying, and if he could meet me halfway with a reasonable offer, then we could make a deal happen that afternoon, and that's exactly what happened. I actually ended up getting it about $3,000 under MSRP. I'd like to note that Camping World does offer a military discount. In addition, Josiah even applied that discount to the lithium upgrade package that is offered on the 2021 Basecamp X. So that was definitely a deal maker. So now we'll take a tour of the inside. It's way too windy outside to do any filming, so we'll concentrate on the inside and we'll film outside at another time.
Alright, so we're here in the entryway. As you can see when you first walk in, you've got all your electric switches right here that control all the LED lights overhead, including the bathroom. 2 sets of hooks for coats, and then key hooks down here. You've also got a furnace exhaust down here. Next we're going to cover the galley. So this is on the curb side of the RV for orientation. You've got a propane 2-burner stove. Very easy to light. Turn the knob, keep it pressed in. You've got a low output and a high output for boiling. The cool thing about these things, and a nice space-saving feature, is these pop-up electrical outlets. Now these things are actually only operational when you're plugged into shore power, which we are not at the moment. We're completely on solar. Moving over, you've got a Dometic sink. And the cool thing about the 2021 model versus the older models is in the previous models you had a horizontal faucet that flipped up. This one just flips down. One of the disadvantages of the older models was if you didn't close this correctly and then you put the cover down, it would turn the water on. This new feature, you actually have to press it out in order for that to happen, so that's a great upgrade. All the windows have screens, and they have these privacy shades that zip up, and that gives you complete blackout. The other advantage of these is the windows themselves are tinted on the outside, so even if you don't have these shades up, people can't look inside the camper. But great design on these things. And it just folds up, or rolls up rather. Just like that. In addition, the side windows also pop out to get a little bit of airflow, and then they have these great little covers to keep bugs from coming in. Below the kitchen, you've got tons of storage. And Airstream actually, like all their other models, comes with the custom cutlery.
storage. In addition, there's other plenty of space to keep kitchen knives, pots and pans, and then definitely recommend using the shelf liners so things don't rattle around and move around while you're in transport mode. Cool spice rack down here. I'm sure you could use it for a myriad of other things, but your traditional spices that you get at the grocery store fit in there perfectly. Under the sink, you've got plenty of room for a trash can and whatever miscellaneous cleaning items you have. We also have a drying rack down there, or a drying mat. Coming up here, you've got overhead storage. We typically keep our blankets up here. Not sure what the actual weighted capacity for this is, so we tend to just keep light items up there so that we don't break the netting. As you move aft, you've got the double benches back here, which also transitions into the bed. We'll cover a little bit later. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these cushions, which are secured into place by these buttons and Velcro. And I'm just going to move them over here temporarily. Cover some more of the storage. So the curbside bench flips up, and as you can see in here, there's plenty of room for storage. You see that little ramp right there? That's where the wheel well is, so you lose a little bit, but great place to just keep anything you want out of the way. In addition, there's a little storage bin in there, and you can access it underneath or in the top if you want to throw some shoes in there or anything else. Here's your back hatch. The door opens up and it's secured into place. You've got a safety strap right here so that it doesn't blow in the wind. The great little feature about this thing is you can open up this door and then it's got a bug net that secures into place so you can keep it open. You get a lot of nice airflow in the Basecamp. Okay, it's got a reading light up here that is not connected to any of the switches. It's just a push button. And then the back window also has a shade that buttons into place. I'd also like to mention these little cargo nets for additional storage. Due to the size of the 2021, which is different from the 16, you also have a little, what I use for is a tool storage area. So we keep a little toolbox in there. We keep the lug nut wrench and the propane hose, as well as the electric shore power cord. Alright, so moving over to the driver's side, this bench doesn't open. So this bench stores all of your utility systems. So you've got your on-demand hot water heater, your Suburban furnace, and all of your water fixtures. So this thing is secured down by screws. You can remove the screws and then it pops up if you want to do winterization services for it, or obviously so that technicians can service it. The bench to bed transition is really easy. I already started out by removing the cushions to get those out of the way. So the first thing we're going to want to do is up on this cargo net, you unzip it and you'll have two boards. That go into place like so. So the next thing we're going to need to do is insert the legs. It comes with short legs and tall legs. The tall legs are used if you want to use this area for eating, entertaining, etc. But for sleep mode, take out the shorter leg. Make sure the middle pin down here is extended all the way. You've got a black cover that I'll just keep inside. Insert, twist clockwise until it locks into place. Same thing with the rear one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our tabletops, which are secured with bungee cords down here, and let's just clip into place. Now under this cushion, you're going to fold out these tabletops right here. Put that cushion back into place. Same thing on this side. And then we just put our cushions back into place. As Airstream Patrick would say, now you've got the mega bed. So you can sleep the length of the camper. You can go lateral, which I'm 5'7", so plenty of room for me. And this thing is obviously configurable into any situation you want. Our preference is to actually keep this open so that when we sleep this way, and we've got a nice little nightstand right here. Midway on the driver's side is all your control panels. Starting over here in this storage area, you've got your Suburban on-demand hot water heater. If you opt for the solar package, you're going to get a Victron battery monitor, which is going to tell you the health of your battery, anything that's drawing from the battery, or what solar is going into charging the battery. Moving down is your tank monitor and your freshwater pump. So if you're not connected to city water and you're drawing off your fresh tank in a boondocking situation, you just turn the water pump on and you'll have water to all your systems. If you're on city water, you don't need to have the pump on. The city water valve is regulated and pressurized. Moving down, you've got a battery monitor, and then your fresh tank levels, gray tank level, and black tank level. Different from previous versions of the 16, it's a combined gray and black tank. On the 2021, it's two separate tanks. Down here, you've got your Suburban propane heater, which is like your traditional commercial housing thermostat. And then additional storage down here with two more USB ports. And those are connected to the battery, so those are operational onshore power or on solar. So further up from the control station, which is connected to the combination wet bath, you've got additional storage here. These are pretty tall and very spacious. It goes all the way to the sidewall of the unit, so you could use this to store clothes or food or whatever you need to store in there. So here is the wet bath. So the wet bath is a combination of toilet and shower in the same space. It's built and designed so that the interior here can get wet. It also comes with a shower curtain. So what you'll do is you'll close the shower curtain, close the door, and then you can take a shower inside without warping any of the wood paneling inside the door. It also has a notch cut out up here to allow steam to vent, and then there's a fantastic fan on the ceiling that you can turn on. In addition, if you follow me inside, again, I'm 5'7", so plenty of space for me. A shower head up here, which is removable. And the cool thing about these is you've got a control on here so that you don't waste water. You can get wet, lathered up, turn the water off, scrub off, and then turn the water back on when you're ready to rinse the soap off. In the 16 Basecamp, this shower head was also used as a pass-through to the outside if you wanted to do an outdoor shower. In addition, it's got a little drying cord right here. It's not really rated for that much, so aside from maybe a bathing suit, you don't want to put any towels on there for sure, but that connects over to this side, and then there's a hook that it goes into. Another great thing is you've got a window in this unit, which the 16 does not have, and it's just a shade. Obviously, you probably don't want to have that open while you're taking a shower, or maybe you do, but just for natural light, it's a great addition. Down here's your toilet paper holder, and it closes up so that it's allowed to get wet and it won't get the toilet paper wet. So in addition to the vent system over the door, you also have a small vent in the bathroom where you just push up on here and press this little red button, and this will draw the exhaust out. And then to close it, you just pull the handle down. Obviously you want to make sure that's down when you're getting ready to transport the unit. So in addition, Basecamp includes this cool little toiletry storage that you can keep your soap, shampoo, anything you want to have in the shower. Across from the main entrance, you're going to find some more storage and the refrigerator. This is a NovaCool refrigerator. Up top, there's an optional space for a microwave if you want to go with the microwave option. I think it's another $200. So this is actually pre-wired for that. We opted to go without the microwave just for a space saving and weight saving measure. Down here you've got your NovaCool fridge, your safety latch for when you're actually moving so that this doesn't pop open. But opening that up, it is a lot of space for a small RV. Moving down here, you have additional storage as well. Here is your electronics panel and your circuit breakers. So this will also convert your 120 to 12 volt. You've got a 12 volt plug right here, 2 USB plugs. This is your battery disconnect. So anytime you're storing the unit or you're not using it for an extended period of time, you'll want to click that to off. That does not affect the solar, so the solar will continue to charge, as well as your propane monitoring system, your propane alarm. Down here you've got your fresh and gray and black tank heaters. You can turn that on if it gets below 32, and it'll keep the tanks, which are enclosed, from freezing up. You'll obviously want to make sure that the ambient temperature in the RV is above freezing as well, so that your pipes don't freeze. Front of the RV, and this is really what sold us on it, is the panoramic windows and the separate dining space. So on the 16, it's a combination in the rear of the vehicle. This, you can have your bed and you can have a little dining area set up as well. The table here swivels so that you can move in and out of the U shape here. And this also converts into a bed that can sleep two. So what happens is you just release these clamps down here, push down on the bed, and that will actually fit inside, and then there's a separate cushion down there that you add here. Probably good for 2 small children. And then it's a telescoping table, so when the weight's not on it, it pops right back up. And then you want to just make sure you latch those back up. Up top, 2 more net cargo storage areas. So we've got our MyMedic first aid kit up there, and then we just keep kind of jackets, hats, and things like that up here right before we go outside. In addition, you've got your privacy screens on the front windows as well. For the AC system, we opted not to go with the Airstream package, which was an additional $1,200, and it was a combo AC and heat strip. Having used heat strips in RVs in the past, we rarely ever use them. They're louder than they need to be, so we opted just to go with an AC unit that Camping World provided for us and installed. Thank you for joining us on the tour of the 2021 Airstream Basecamp 20X. If you have any questions, please comment below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see future content. We hope to see you soon.